Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, a tech channel, and over Christmas vacation I got bored one day when we were out of the country, and all I had to play with was my phone, my Canon PowerShot ELPH 310HS. And so I thought, well, I'm going to look through every single feature that it has and see what cool things it could do, because I figured there was stuff it could do that I didn't know about. Turned out there's some pretty cool stuff in here, and the one I want to talk about today is the color swap. What color swap lets you do, and it's once you understand how it works, it's so simple and the results can be kind of amazing, is you basically get to the mode for color swap, you set it to pick a certain color that you want to replace, like the wood tone here at the desk. I'll actually push a button, there's a little square that'll be on the screen, I'll show you this, and that will take this wood tone as the color to change. And then you pick another color, like the black part of the desk here, and I put it on that and hit the other button, and that means it's going to change it to this color. So then what will happen, it's kind of weird, is it does this flashing from normal to the color swap, normal to color swap, to kind of show you what it's going to look like. But really all you need to do is just take the picture, you come back, take the picture, and now anything that's wood tone that's in the frame of the picture will be black instead. So I can basically turn the desk all black. If there were other objects in the picture, if I took a picture outside, any of the trees that had the same kind of wood tone would also turn black. So it's a pretty cool thing, and I'm going to show you how to do it here, and then I'm going to show you some pictures that I took when I was bored that day that turned out to really be kind of amazing. Alright, here we are in normal camera picture taking mode. You need to go over here to the center button to press it to bring up the options. Then you need to go over to the recording mode, so you're going to go arrow over to it. It's set for program, that's the default one where it decides on everything. And we're going to go down a ways, quite a ways actually, just hold the down arrow until we get here to color swap. And so now I press the center button again, and that's going to put me in the color swap mode where I can set the before color and the after color. Alright, I'm now in color swap mode. And you'll notice it's got the little eyedropper symbol over here, and then it's got another eyedropper symbol down here where it says DISP. So that means you hit the display button to bring up the eyedropper. The idea of the eyedropper is, if you've ever used Paint, if you use a Windows PC, that Paint program where you could hit the eyedropper, pick up a color, and then drop that color, and it would fill in, replace another color, or fill in a shape with that color. So that's the idea behind it. So we need to go to display now. And display is the bottom of this little circle here, DISP. And so now you see at the bottom two colors. This is from the last time I was playing with this. We have this light blue color going to black. And what that means is anything that's light blue, like this, is going to turn to black in the picture. Now what you'll need to do is choose what color do you want to change from, and what color do you want to change to, and then you'll get to see the effects of that. And the way you select the colors is with the basically left and right here of the little circular button. Point it first at the color that you want to, that you're going to change. So I'm going to put it at my shirt here, and I'm going to push this button here, the one towards the screen. And that color is now selected. And as you can see, it's trying to change my shirt to black. So what I'm going to do, and again it's flashing because here's what it looks like, here's normal, here's what it looks like with the change, here's normal. It goes back and forth between those two. So I've selected this light blue of my shirt, and I'm going to change the color of the light blue of my shirt to the color, let me get it on here, of my skin by doing this arrow on the other side. Okay, blue becomes flesh colored, and then you can see there, sometimes it turns out kind of weird, but let me go ahead and take a picture and we'll see what it looks like. So that's what it did. It took as best it could, that particular shade of blue and replaced it with kind of a version of my flesh color. Now the reason you don't see the whole thing uniform is because of different shading, shadows and so forth, so it doesn't recognize it as the same color. So I'm going to go through the steps one more time here. I'm going to take my skin color, well, let's take the color of the white of my beard and then change that to the color of my shirt. So again, you see display down here with the little dropper. So to bring up the options, you've got to hit display. It's at the bottom of this little wheel button here. And now it wants me to point it at the picture of the color that I want to change. So I want to try to change my beard blue. So I'm going to put it on the beard here. and then I'm going to press this arrow side towards the screen to accept that color. Alright, now I'm going to point it at my shirt. Let's get some blue here, and then push the arrow going the other way towards the edge of the camera. And my beard should have some hint of blue in it. Let's see, let's take a picture. And yes, I'm not quite a blue-haired old lady yet, but I definitely have the blue in the beard once I've set that to be the same color as my shirt. So that's how it works. Now, I tried to get a little imaginative and took some interesting pictures using this feature while I was on that vacation. So I'm going to go through, I'll have the pictures up on the screen, spend about 10 seconds on each one, and I'll explain to you what color I picked up from where and where I put it, and then you can see some of the things you can do with this really neat color swap feature that they have in the Canon PowerShot cameras. Alright, in this first picture I went to the green of the grass in the top corner where you can kind of see the grass in the background. I took that green and said I wanted to change it, and then I put the camera on the pink bougainvillea blossom color and selected that. Then when I took the picture, it turned the grass the same shade of pinkish purple as the flowers. In this next picture, I focused first on my shadow, which was kind of a dirt playground, so it was a dark brown. And then for the color to change too, I turned it onto my red shirt. And so when I turned it around and took the picture, you can see the shadow is the dark red, and then the lighter dirt has a little bit of red to it. Now this one, kind of shocking, I did in reverse, and I said I want to take any skin color and change it to the dark blue, and this one really had dramatic effects, as you can see. And in this one, she's a poster child for jaundice, I suppose, with that yellow skin. What I did here is I took a skin tone first and said I wanted to replace it with the yellow that you see on the top of those two poles on either side of her. So everything's skin toned, turned that shade of yellow. In this one, I went with brown, like her hair and her eyes and some of the plants in the background, and changed it to the color of my shirt, which was a bright red. Really weird effect here. And this is me. I first got the color of the leaves in the tree behind me, and then secondarily I put it on the colored portion of my eye, of the iris. And so basically I changed all the green in the picture to the color of my eyes. What I did here, the sky was fairly light color blue. I took the light blue of the sky first and then said to replace that with the dark blue of her shirt, and that's how I got this very dramatic sky scene. So that's a few of the things that you can do with the color swap feature of the Canon PowerShot cameras. This is really a great camera. It's so small and thin that you can fit it in your pocket and take it with you everywhere. The battery lasts a long time. It could take about 4,000 photos with the card that I have in it, so I highly recommend this camera. It turns out it's a lot of fun when you actually learn all the features it has. Again, this is the 310 HS model, which was superseded better part of a year ago by the 320 HS, which I didn't go out and even shop for it because I saw the specs on it, that it was only going to have a 5x zoom, and that just wasn't going to do it for me. So, I mean, if I'm going to go with no zoom, I'll just take a picture with my phone. If I'm going to carry a camera around, I need a zoom as close to at least 10x as possible. This one's an 8x. However, in exciting news, the 330 HS is coming out in March, so just 2 months from now, and it's going to have a 10x zoom, I believe. So that one I'm going to look at a little bit more seriously. If you want to see more about that, what they've released about so far, I'll put a link down below and you can see the information they've released about the PowerShot ELPH 330 HS. In the meantime, if you have one of these older PowerShots, have fun with the color swap. It really does make for some cool photos.